I'm joined by Hereford manager Paul Caddis. Paul, we'll talk about the football in just a moment, but just a word on Preston Bitterman. I appreciate it's very soon after the end of the game, but do you know how he is?
Yeah, Preston's conscious first and foremost, which is pleasing. He doesn't remember anything about the game or the impact or anything like that. But got to say a huge thanks to everyone involved. Obviously our own physio first and foremost, but the Darlington staff and even the players as well. So in moments like that, you see the true nature of what football's all about. And it was worrying for a spell. It really was, the way he went down and stayed down. And yeah, credit to obviously our lads, our physios, our backroom team, but also extend that to Darlow and a huge thanks to them as well.
Yeah, you've obviously been in the game a long time. I've watched enough of it to know that when a player goes down and stays very still, those are the ones you want to worry about.
Yeah, absolutely. I think when he went down, the most worrying thing was he was down, but his head was lifted and he was in a kind of frozen neck position, so to speak. So yeah, really worrying. I think everybody was really worried, but thankfully he's up, he's talking, he's just going for a shower. We'll get him in the shower first because I think the steam and the heat and stuff like that won't help him. So he's in with the lads will look after him, but I think that's the most pleasing thing today is that he's fit and he's up on his feet.
Your thoughts on the game itself? What did you make of it?
Yeah, so just going off that incident alone, I thought we had 2 penalties at the end. I think if anywhere in the pitch, if you take a player out, then it's a penalty. I absolutely respect the goalkeeper's going to try and catch the ball, but if Preston gets there first, it's a penalty. Then straight after, it's a penalty for Andy Williams. So the referee said there was no penalty, but he's still not gave us an answer of a reason why. So we'll find that out. But it's a really difficult place to come. It really is. We've not had a lot of success up here since I've been here. So got to respect the point. Huge character again. I know I was disappointed the Tuesday night when going 2-0 down, but the character's there. It's so evident to see that it's something we haven't quite lost. So to come in at 1-0 down at half time, I was pretty disappointed, to be honest. This set piece, I thought we started the game really well, passed the ball well. In the first 8 minutes we had about 7 or 8 crosses into the box, so it's what we were after, especially when you've got Rem and Monts up there, get balls in the box, pass the ball, which we did. We got up the pitch really well, we passed it really well, but we got sucker punched by a set piece, and it's easy to say it was a sucker punch. It wasn't good enough from us, and it's something we'll have to get better at.
You did up the intensity in the last quarter of the game, in particular, obviously get back into the game. Great goal with the equaliser, for example. But for periods of the game, were you worried about the levels of intensity?
I thought the first 35 minutes was good, and then probably the last 25 minutes was good. The first 15-20 minutes of the second half was just a dead rubber. It felt like there was a pre-season feel to it. Normally, listen, you come here and we got well behind the team, but they were leading. They weren't overly committing to go for the game. We were trying to get into it. The game was pretty flat, so we had to make substitutes, and I thought they come on and affected the game really well. Ozzy obviously gets his goal, and we just looked for that little bit of intensity. When we play with intensity and pass the ball properly and run off the ball and go and chase it and go and get after people, and it's noisy and it's vocal, then we're a decent side. We've seen that this year. We've picked up positive points when that's happened, but when we're slightly a little bit dejected at times, then we need something to get us going.
Michael Parker, he's a centre-back, but he likes to get forward, doesn't he?
Michael plays left back with West Brom. He's naturally a centre half, but plays left back, left wing back with West Brom, and you can see why his athleticism's there to see. He's very, very comfortable stepping in. He's really, really quick. The last 20 minutes just felt as if we picked that intensity up. I moved him to left back and put Huddy into centre half because I didn't think they were causing us loads of problems, and Michael on the flip side and he gets in for the goal and cuts it across the box, and Ozzy's a brilliant finish with outside his foot. So yeah, Michael's someone we're really pleased with. We need to respect he's not our player, but yeah, really pleased with his output so far.
You said you could have had a couple of penalties. Did you get away with one at the other end when Main had his shirt pulled inside the
I'm going to sound as if I'm being... I don't think so. I think that there was a coming together, so I'm told now it's football contact. This is what we're always told now, football contact. I don't know what that means, but that's what we're told at the side of the pitch. So football contact, when they come in together, it's not a penalty. But again, I don't want to keep them back to Preston instant, because obviously we know how difficult that those couple of minutes were when down on the ground. But anywhere on the pitch, the goalkeeper just gets so much protection. Anywhere on the pitch, if you're going up to head the ball, Trevor, I can throw the back of you and hit the back of your head, it's a free kick. So why is it different in the box? And then if you don't give that, Waddle gets in front of the defender, and I think he takes him out. But the rest then, what I'm saying, hiding behind that he'd already blown for Preston, which I don't think he had. But I'll speak to him in a calm manner. We've already asked him a couple of times after the game, which is frustrating because you're looking for an answer, and now he's got 20-25 minutes to think a reasonable answer. So we're disappointed with it, but overall, I don't think. I think the point's fair. I really do. I think the point's fair. I think there was moments in the game where they were a little bit better than us, without being under loads of threat, and then there was moments in the game where we were better than them.
Of course, change of competition next week. You're away in the cup.
Yeah, we are. I could sit here and say the cup will kick on our league campaign. However, if you look at the last 3 games, we've won 1 and drawn 2. So we stopped that rot a little bit in the last 3 games. We're unbeaten, so we went to Sporting, who will be a really tough game for us. Away from home, everyone always looks at the levels and expects you to turn up and just go and win, and that's not how football works. So we've got full respect for them. We'll try and get as much footage on them as we possibly can. It might be difficult, but yeah, really looking forward to it. Got to try and get a positive result and win the game, hopefully.
Thanks for your time, Paul.
Thank you.